Hello friends. Now let us take up the concept number 5, 7.5. Array initializers or C-style array declaration. Actually, this is a simplified declaration of an array. Already in the previous concept I explained to you, there are 9 elements in that. Without using new, you can declare an array and you can initialize it also. This simple way, this is called array initializer or C style array declaration that we see. Now here is C byte square brackets. You should not give size, that point always you remember because like in C, if you give size it leads to an error, that point always, because this is the type of a reference variable. For reference variable you need not specify size. For array object only you have to specify size. That is simple common sense. That's why in any case, in any type of array declaration, you should not give size in the type of the reference variable. That point you remember. Thereafter, simple way. Now you can initialize. Here initialization is compulsory. So here you want to initialize with 5 values 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20, then you initialize it. So depending on the number of elements, the size is decided. Of course this is also allocated on heap only, but how size is defined means now what size, what type you have defined, byte, and how many elements are there, 5. 5 into 1, 5 bytes are allocated on heap, and this is simplified one, and whatever explanation I have given, all that is applicable to you. Just recall the explanation whatever I have given already. So this is the thing. One more also I explain for the sake of assertion. Here float height and then assignment operator, and I want to define 3, 5.1, 5.2, 5.3. Okay, thereafter semicolon. Now you see, this is the way. This is the reference variable. Its type is float array. Its name is height, and these are how much is the size. Size means how many elements are there? 3 elements are there. What is the type? Float. What is the size of float? 4. 4 into 3, 12 bytes are allocated, and these are divided 3 elements, and 3 elements are uh, uh, stored because already we have initialized it, those values are stored. Here one thing I am telling you, here you should not give size, and initialization is compulsory. If you don't make initialization and put a semicolon here, it is nothing but declaration of a reference variable. That point you must remember. So this can be used for small arrays. Sometimes you have to declare small arrays. For that purpose you can use this declaration. For bigger arrays and all that, this is not much useful, and but both are equally valid. Java supports this type of uh, array initializers method also for declaring arrays, declaring and initializing arrays. Simple declaration is nothing but declaration of a reference variable, that you have to understand. Thereafter, after all this explanation, now how to access an array element and retrieve the same and write it on the monitor screen, that we have to learn. And for this purpose one program I have written. Now we see one class array demo. In this main method I have declared, and here I have used array initializer method, byte square brackets age and 5 ages I initialize. What is the alternative? Alternative also, these both are same only. So you can use this declaration or this declaration. In this, the specialty is I have initialized also. This syntax also you remember. So, byte, square brackets, age, assignment operator, new, byte. One more thing, when you are initializing, here also you should not give the size. If you initialize like this and all that, if you give size, it leads to error. That point also. All these points you may forget very easily. That's why with reference to the example, you write our own notes. Wherever this type of point you find, you write the example and write your explanation in your own language. Then you never forget. Or otherwise, there is scope of forgetting the simple elements, and obviously you may commit a error in your coding, and ultimately you have to waste lot of time. Okay, now one array I declared. Now I want to retrieve it and write on the monitor screen. For this purpose, whatever points already explained in the previous thing, all that you have to recollect. Now, what I told you, array is, all arrays are 0 based index. So, int, here is C, int C, this is the counter, I am initializing at 0, that is the initialization. Thereafter, here the greatest convenience is you need not count the elements, how many elements you have declared and all that you need not count. Already I told you, whenever you create any array, one final instance variable is created in that. Its name is length. It represents the number of elements, it represents the size of the array. Size of array means number of elements in that. That we are using. Now you see, age, it is instance variable. That's why it is the instance. So, instance means object, object oriented variable. So, age dot length we have written. It represents, suppose here 5 elements are there. In some other array, there may be 10, whatever may be the number of elements, or that is the size is represented by this expression. Okay. Thereafter, C++. This is the incrementation. This is the initialization. This is the test expression. This is the incrementation. And one more common error what we commit is equal to. If you put equal to and all that, normally you put equal to, less than or equal to. That is wrong, because here 5, here this represents 5, C less than 5. Actually, if you write age 5, age 5 means which element you are referring? You are referring 6th element. Where is the 6th element? This here 0th element, first element, second element, third element, fourth element. 6th element is not there. That's why if you write this expression by mistake, it is a common mistake people commit. Then it is representing 6th element which is not there. Then one exception is thrown, that is array index out of bounds exception. Actually, at the runtime, whenever this type of error is occurred, this type of exception is thrown. Exception means time being, you understand that runtime error. At the time of execution, this error, syntaxically there is no error, but at the time of execution, this error is located and your program is stopped. It is having a name. That name is array index out of bounds exception. In this context only, one more exception I have to introduce. Actually, in this case, now we made like this. That means byte ages you have written, and then actually array reference is there, array object is not there. without defining, without creating array object, if you try to access any element and all that, then null pointer exception, null pointer exception is thrown. All these things, just remember, don't worry about that, don't make a probe of what is this and all that, because gradually I introduce elements and all that, but I cannot give you the complete explanation about that. I give you a thumb rule, a simple explanation, just keep it in your mind, and after some time in the fourth module you will study exceptions, exception handling mechanism, then you can understand them thoroughly. But I contextually I must give the explanation, otherwise these are not introduced to you until we study that chapter. So for the pre-preparation I am introducing these elements, just listen and keep in mind and don't make any probe on them.